ready to be reborn into her glorious, beautiful, heavenly self. And we rise with her. She'll be ready. We'll be ready. We cannot go into a higher consciousness and live from a higher consciousness and be something much more enlightened than we are by still eating dead food every day. By having more and watching others have less, or having nothing and others have more. How can you become enlightened and operate on a God level, a greater self level, by doing what we're doing? We can't. And so, it is us who are going to start to rock that little bulb sitting on the water. And as we rock it and we become more and more unified in our hearts, that bulb's going to flip. And when it flips, everything's going to start to fall into place. When everything starts to fall into place, and you already know who you are and what you're capable of, then you start thinking about what you want, you start dreaming your dreams, and then you start creating. And then therefore you are the creator of your world. This is what the grandfathers and the ancestors, they feel like shaking us. Wake up. Why can't you figure out who you are? You don't like the way you're living, create a different one. Do it. And as a whole, as we start to flip that bulb around, and as we join together, we actually start creating a new world. And there are several things we can do to join this group of people. There are about 32,000 or a little more actually physically completely working on growing this consciousness larger. And it is growing every day in leaps and bounds. And every single one of you here can join. It's nothing you got to sign up for. Nothing you got to pay some money to do. You just got to live that way. If you can't commit to it, don't commit to it. But I will ask you, if you can, don't fall back. If you hear something negative on the news, change the channel. If you are reading the newspaper and there is something not positive there, change the channel. As grandfather says, change the channel, change the channel, change the channel. If you are sitting next to somebody in a restaurant who is speaking illy of others, or is causing feelings other than calm and peace, change the channel. If someone in your home is speaking ill of someone else, or speaking not from the heart, don't be afraid to ask them to change the channel. This is only one way out of many you can actually flip that bulb. It is simply by shutting off what we are used to, agreeing to on an everyday basis, and stopping it. If you hear negativity, stop listening. If you see negativity, shut your eyes. I am not saying ignore the world's problems. I'm saying stop giving your energy to it. As you give your energy to something that is not right and not good, it becomes more not right and not good. You cannot wish for something better but give your energy to something that just is the way it is. You can't expect it to change if you go along with it. And at each morning and each night, you look at the day and say, everything is good and beautiful. And I am God and Goddess, and I am a creator. And I can change my world. Your energy vibration rises sky high. And every time you read something negative in the newspaper, your energy plummets. But I tell you right now, if every one of us in this room agrees to this contract, we will not listen to negativity. but that we will charge ourselves and be responsible for ourselves in love and light, the bulb's going to start changing even more. And you can actually become part of the solution. You can change the world. The grandfathers were not making it up when they say, you are the very ones you have been waiting for. The grandfathers don't just pull things out of the hat. We are the ones we have been waiting for. We are the ones that will change the world. Not somebody else, not before us, not after us. I tell you right now, there is no Savior to come and save us. There is no one who will come and change this planet. We will. So I ask you, as my brothers and sisters of people of my heart, people of the tribe of many colors, will you join the cause? Will you stop listening to negativity? Will you join living from the heart and not the mind? It is simply as simple as shutting off and changing the channel. Will you change the channel? Then we change the world. Yeah. That's worth life all by itself. That is worth coming here. Earth life is not easy. There are many places we can go to learn and to grow our souls, and the earth is one of the very last on the list because it's the very hardest. We have a veil over us that does not let us remember exactly who we are. And then we were born into a society that taught you how to think your way through life, which was wrong. But that's why we are here and no one else is. Because the strongest of the strongest have been placed on this planet. Because we can make a difference and we can change it. Because we have the ability to change it. Because we can remember who we are. And we're going to have help. And help has been on its way the last couple of years, and now it's flooding through. And like the grandfathers say, the light beings are returning, and they're bringing their families. Everybody's coming. So this is just some information, a lot to digest, but this is some information that will be happening in the year 2012. And so here's a whole bunch of information we just got given. So you ask yourself, what do we do with it now? What are we supposed to do? How can we change it? Yes, we're going to change the channel of something negative. But there's something that I would like to share with you that's very important. I would say more important than sitting here telling you that, yes, the world is going to change in this way, and this way, and this way. And this is where light beings are, and all of these things. There's something even more important, and that is how to change your life. How do you get exactly what you're dreaming about? How do you bring into reality the changes you want for yourself? This is a very big deal. And I will continue to speak about this for the next few years. It's in a literal way of changing your life. It would be easy for me just to give you all this information and say, see ya. But it's also easy to get all this information and then think that you have nothing, no responsibility. But we each have responsibility. And it's not hard. The key is that all the answers are right here. We just forgot how to look at them. Everything's very easy. Truth is always easy. It's the man-made rules that are so hard to follow. These are actual steps on how to help enlighten yourself, how to remember who you are, and how to live in a way that we once knew how to live. The first step to achieving the higher consciousness that the grandfathers have been talking about all of this time, towards 2012, we will raise our consciousness, we will become more enlightened, we will become better beings. It begins today. It begins